Yes, sir. So, what we are going to do now?
Okay, so as you know, Ubaida, because we have already finished most of our lessons for science and arts, just we are still digging in unit 6. طيب الوحدة الثالثة قلنا بنمر عليها مرور الكرام، يعني لو أتى منا مصطلحات أو شيء نكون قرأناها بشكل عام يعني. So last week I think we finished this one. And this one, we talked about the important points. Today, if you have the book, please go to page 43. Yes. طبعا راح نقرأ النص ونشوف لو في كلمات جديدة وأشياء مهمة في كتاب الواجب. الأشياء الثانية ما راح نثقل عليكم فيها خلاص. So we start with this. It's an interesting story here. Accident at Jabal Kabir. Jabal Kabir is a place in Yemen, but this story is also interesting, but at the end it's a kind of tragedy.
سد جبل كبير بإب صح؟
No. Jabal Rabbi fi Ib. Jabal Kabir,
صح.
maybe, I don't know, in Marib or in Jawf. Okay, maybe we'll understand more from this paragraph. Yes. Welcome, Uthman. So, Ubaida, can you start reading the first paragraph?
بس هذه الوحدة
Yes,
محذوفة
yes.
صح؟
أنا أكرر طلابي دخلوا الآن ننتظر محمد أيضا 1 minute عبيدة 1 minute محمد أشرف and عثمان. إحنا حكينا إنه الوحدة السادسة وجدنا تعميم مختلف عن التعميم السابق وبتاريخ يعني متأخر. فعموما إحنا يعني ما فيها أي نوع من القواعد، راح نمر عليها مثل ما قلنا جانب قراءة فقط reading. وإذا في نقاط مهمة نركز عليها فقط علشان نقطع الشك باليقين إن شاء الله.
بس أستاذ هذا محتاج اللي نزل.
يس عبيدة سوري.
تعميم محتاج مو حق هذا.
طيب التعميم عادة ينزل من وزارة التربية، أحيانا تكون الاختبارات في 3-4 محافظات تكون اختبارات موحدة. خاصة الأماكن اللي تابعة للحكومة في عدن عادة تكون اختباراتها يعني تكون 3-4-5 محافظات تكون اختبار واحد. هكذا أنا أعرف، ويعني 3-4-5 محافظات اختبار واحد. قد يكون التعميم وصل إلى هناك ووصل إلى محافظة عدن أيضا وما رسلوا نسخة منه أو يعني بأي وسيلة. إحنا ما راح نطول على درسين وننتهي من الوحدة الثالثة عشان نبدأ في المراجعة إن شاء الله. فما راح يعني نطول فيها وناخذ دروس بالتفصيل مثل ما قلنا مع بقية الدروس. You understand me عبيدة؟ يعني هذا يعني نقطع الشك باليقين وما راح ندخل ونضيع وقت أكثر، بس درسين نكمل فيها الوحدة الثالثة نقراها وننتهي منها ونرجع إلى ما هو أهم. So you can start reading عبيدة. Yeah.
In the school holidays, Anwar always helped his father, Qasim, with the farm. One morning, they were checking the line of heaves below the high, broken rocks of Jebel Kabir. They had nearly finished when they heard a loud crash above them. They looked up, moved to get back.
They looked up with a large rock.
Oh, okay. A large rock was starting to roll. Look out, shouted Qasim. Other rocks were starting to move too. Get back, the heavy rocks were rolling and bouncing down from the mountain, and the ground shook. Frightened by the noise, hundreds and thousands of bees rose from the heaves. Run, Anwar.
Thanks.
Anwar.
So So 1 minute, everybody. So this is the beginning of the story. So sometimes this story, one of the characters, his name is Anwar. So Anwar, in the school holiday or in the vacation, he helps his father, Qasim, in the farm. But one of the mornings, they were checking the line of beeves. beehives. Beehives هي معناها خلايا النحل. So there was a broken rock of Jabal Kabir. After they finished, they found or they heard a loud crash. What is it? It was like a large rock was starting to roll down. Roll يعني يتدحرج. Look out! Shouted Qasim. Who is Qasim? Father. Anwar's father. Then other rocks started to go down also. So hundreds and thousands of bees rose from the hives. Run Anwar. أنت عارفين إنه النحل يعني إذا تجمعوا على الشخص ويعني هو بوجه عاري أمامهم يحصل له يعني يتعرض للأذى بشكل كبير يعني. So let's see what happened. Thank you very much, عبيدة. محمد مدرك, can you go to the second part to see what happened?
Yeah, okay, sure. Can you hear me properly?
Yeah, I'm hearing, yes.
Okay. But Anwar tripped and fell to the shaking ground. Hit his hat, fell shaking ground.
Yeah.
His hat and the thin material covering his face fell off. The noise of the rocks, and now the bees was terrible. A large rock bounced and rolled past him, just missing his head. Qasim turned and saw what was happening. His son might be killed. He started to run back,
Yeah.
but the angry bees were there first. In the second, hundreds of them were covering Anwar's hand, face, and neck. Qasim rushed to his son, hitting out at the bees and trying to push them away. He half pulled and half carried Anwar to safety.
Thanks. Oh, this is the tragedy. It starts here. يعني تصور انه يحصل لك حادث مؤسف وابوك يعني اكبر شخص يعني اكثر شخص بيحبك في حياته ويخاف عليك، كيف راح ينقذك ويتصرف في الموقف هذا. So Anwar tripped. Trip means when you are walking sometimes you get something تعثر. Yes. Then his hat and the thin material covering his face fell off. يعني هو كان عنده قناع من هاي تبعنا. So the bees also they came. It was terrible. A large rock bounced and rolled past him, just missing his head. What does it mean here? Just missing his head. Just missing his head.
هذا مكشوف.
عثمان? No. Look, a large rock bounced and rolled past him. يعني أتى تدحرج صخرة كبيرة باتجاهه. Just missing his head.
الحجرة فقدت راسه، كانت لو ما تحرك كانت قتلته.
Thanks. Also, Yusuf, thank you. The rock didn't hit his head. Yes. يعني نجا رأسه منها هكذا. Just missing his head. يعني لو كان جت على الرأس كان أنهت حياته. So Qasim turned his father and saw what was happening. His son might be killed. He started to run, but the angry bees were there first. يعني إيش المشكلة الأولى؟ إنه النحل تجمعوا عليه. And also the second one, hundreds of them were covering his hands, his face, and his neck. So his father rushed, hitting out the beast, and صور أبوك يشوفك والنحل تلسعك وخايف عليك كيف راح ينقذك يعني مهما تعرض للأذى هو إنه يحبك and trying to push them away. طيب آخر جملة مين يشرحها لي؟ He half bold and half carried Anwar to safety.
هو أنقذ حياته، يعني ضحى الأب بحياته أنا أقول.
Okay, thanks Uthman. But look here, he said half bold and half carried Anwar to safety.
فكان مسحوب ونص كان زي ما تقول carried. كيف تنقل بالعربي؟ كان معتني. كان معتني. أبوه كان معتني بنصف الأول، النصف الثاني كان يعني زي ما تقول مسحوب.
Yes, so half of the body was called mas'hub and half carried Anwar to safety.
Yes.
So this is another part of the story. Let's see what happened more. Let's see. Yes, Uthman, huh? Can you read part 3 and the Muhammad Ashraf will finish. Yes.
As Qasim raked back to the village in his pickup, he kept looking at his son beside him. Answer ground. The beast sting had made his face and hand look hard,
huge,
and he was in a lot of pain.
10 long
minutes later, the bike up screamed to a stop outside the clinic. District nurse سلوى محفوظ هذه
محفوظ. When someone from America, we don't say Mahfouz, they say Mahfouz, Abdullah. Yeah, something like this. She
was saying goodbye to her last patients and was getting ready
to
leave.
Yeah, thank you very much, Uthman. So here they came back. His father took him to the village in his pickup. Pickup here, this is a kind of car. Pickup, سيارة هايلوكس أو كذا يسموها، شبيهة للسيارة الهايلوكس. Pickup car. Then he kept looking at his son beside him. Anwar ground. Ground means what? كان يئن يعني من الألم. The bee stings have made his face huge and there was a lot of pain. يعني أكثر حاجة متضرر منها مش من الصقور، من النحل يعني جسمه متورم. And after 10 minutes, the pickup screamed to stop outside the clinic. What does it mean? مين يشرح لي تماما إيش معنى هذه الجملة بطريقة أدبية يعني؟ The pickup screamed to stop outside the clinic. مين يشرحها بصوت كذا بصوت؟ لما توصل السيارة وتوقف فجأة إيش راح يكون من صوت يصدر منها؟
Yeah, the brake sound.
صوت البريك. مين يقلد؟ يلا سيارة وصلت بسرعة ووقفت فجأة يلا ها.
يلا ما نشرح.
عملت أنا ذيك المرة أستاذ.
سواها المرة الأولى. يس. ثانكس محمد. اوكي سو هير المهم تكون وصلت الفكرة يعني لما يكون الكتاب بلغة أدبية يعرفوا إيش معناه. Yes, exactly. Screamed to stop by the clinic. Okay, so let's see what happened. I mean, Salwa Mahfouz, was there. She was a nurse. Nice. Okay. Muhammad Ashraf, go on.
Yeah.
Here, she was saying goodbye.
Qasim jumped out. She was saying goodbye to her last patients and was getting ready to leave. Qasim jumped out, ran round to the other door and pulled his son out. Anwar's eyes were closed and he was almost
And
unconscious. The
unconscious,
two
yes.
unconscious. The two of them carried Anwar into the clinic and Salwa started work immediately. He's been stung hundreds of times. She said, I've never seen anything like it. Then she held his wrist to check
Yeah.
his pulse. She could only just feel it. Quick, she said. We must get him to hospital in
Hajja.
Hajjah. They put Anwar on the back seat of her car and she drove away at high speed. Qasim followed in the pickup.
Okay, thank you. So here what happened؟ يعني تصور توصل الطبيب أو الممرض في آخر لحظة بده يغادر المستشفى أو العيادة، وأنت توصل معك مريض يعني، فموقف صعب. So here, Salwa Mahfouz was saying goodbye. She was going home, and they arrived late, but she should help them. So she checked with the rest. This is the rest, المعصم, to see the pulse here, نبض. So he was okay, but she couldn't do anything because it's a small clinic. So they had to move him to Hajjah, to another hospital. So she took him by her car, and his father followed up with his pickup. So this is the story. المهم تكونوا أخذتوا فكرة عنها. بالدرس اللي بعده يشرح كيف تم معالجته, saving Anwar. So we have some pictures here. الأهم من ذلك, الأهم عشان ما ندخل بتفاصيل أكثر, في كتاب الواجب في تمرين مهم, ومرة من المرات جاء في الاختبار الوزاري سؤال مشابه, مجموعة أحداث ترتبها ترتيب منطقي. So please, 6.4 and 6.5. ما راح نركز على بقية الأسئلة, هذا السؤال فقط. Where is it? Which page? Here, 5. Yes, here. Two, 3, 4, 5. Yes, here, guys, please. If you have the books, go to page 75. Page 75. So here. معكم هنا مجموعة جمل بدنا نرتبها ترتيب منطقي على حسب الصور الموجودة هنا. طبعا الصور مش واضحة. Which one A and B? Look, this is H, I think. C. This one I don't know. But anyway, بنحاول نكون من هاي الأشياء جمل ونرتبها ترتيب منطقي. يلا مين راح يبدأ؟
Yes, sir.
Where's number one? Where's number one? Here, Anwar.
Anwar give first aid village.
طيب كيف نحولها مبني المجهول؟ يلا الجمل مطلوب من مبني المجهول. يلا تطبيق على الدرس اللي درستوه. أنور, yes عبيدة. أنور was given.
Sorry. Anwar was given first aid village clinic by.
In the
clinic
village
by village.
In the village clinic by the doctor or by the nurse مثلا. Yes. So this is number 1. Thanks. Yusuf. What is number 2? Yes, Yusuf. Can you make it in passive here? She, we mean the doctor, the nurse.
She lost to Anwar to get into the hospital in Hadaskal.
In look, نقول she rushed to take Anwar to hospital by her car, or in Hajjah by her car. Thanks, Yusuf. So this is number 2. Muhammad Mudrik, who is number 3?
Examine him and decide he need specialist treatment.
You can say she, the nurse, examined him and decided that he needed
specialist treatment.
Yes, علاج خاص, specialist يعني علاج متخصص, specialist treatment. Thanks. Muhammad Ashraf, where is number 4?
The first one takes.
Yeah. Look, can you make it in passive? He was
taken
to Sana'a by ambulance. By ambulance. Thank you. Uthman, what is number 5?
Very good heart surgeon.
Heart surgeon يعني جراح قلب. Heart surgeon.
Save life.
Operated on Anwar. Operated on Anwar يعني أجرى عليه عملية. Yes, Uthman,
and save life.
Saved his life. Thank you. Saved his life. Next one. This will be this one. Ubaida. Can you make it a false sentence here?
Parents come to take home.
Recover hospital the next 3 weeks.
It's number 7, right?
Yeah, no, number 6. This one. He recovered in the hospital.
The next 3 weeks.
The next 3 weeks. Thank you. The last one will be number 7. This one. His parents came to take him home. طبعا هذا الترتيب على أي أساس؟ على أساس الصور الموجودة هنا، بس أتمنى إنه كانت واضحة. الأحرف موجودة هنا D, C, F, G. Yes. Okay. Anyway، يعني أهم ما في الدرس هذا هو الترتيب المنطقي لهذه الجمل. مثلا إذا أتت كقصة أو شيء وراح يعطيك القصة، بس أنت تفكر ترتبها بترتيب منطقي. مثلا إذا أتى سؤال بهذا الشكل. Number 2, the vocabulary in this story. Yes. So thank you very much for doing, these 2 lessons. Quickly, we slide quickly to this lesson to get rid of it. طبعا هذا بس للقراءة فقط على السريع. How a hospital works. طبعا هذا كمان في ترتيب منطقي. يعني شغلة فيها شيء بده ترتيب منطقي، وأحيانا يأتي بهذا السؤال how a hospital works. So here يشرح آلية عمل المستشفى في البداية. So as you can see here, this is Anwar, this is Qasim, his mother, and 2 nurses. Tell me about patient treatment in casualty at your hospital in Britain. طبعا هي الممرضة تسأل واحدة بريطانية عن نظام عمل المستشفيات في بريطانيا. What's the meaning of casualty? Casualty department. Casualty حوادث، قسم الحوادث. Casualty. Yes. So here بنشوف الطريقة هاي. لازم تركزوا في الخطوات عشان نعرف آلية عمل المستشفى. بداية من حدوث الإصابة إلى إسعاف المريض إلى المعالجة إلى فترة النقاهة. So again, Ubaid, start reading the first part quickly.
Okay. Well, the process probably isn't very different from what you do here. We have a two-track system. We put people with really bad injuries in the fast track. They are patients who come in by ambulance from a bad car crash, for example, or people like Anwar. They are the highest priorities, of course, and they get immediate treatment. But most people aren't.
Okay. So here, in the first part, what is the first process? هي قالت ما تختلف كثيرا عن النظام المتبع في المستشفى هنا عندهم. So we put people with really bad injuries in a fast track. Fast track يعني ايش fast track? What does it mean fast track? Fast track معناها مسار سريع لأنه حالته خطيرة. Patients who came by an ambulance from a bad car crash. واحد جابوه بسيارة الإسعاف عنده حادث أو الشخص المتعرض لإصابة خطيرة مثل أنور. So they are the highest priorities. What does it mean priorities? Priorities يعني أولوية. Yes, and they get immediate treatment. يعني الناس اللي هم حالتهم حرجة وخطيرة لا يتم تأخيرهم. Just they are priority to save their lives. Yes, thanks. So this is the first one. Some other people, they are not badly injured. Let's see. Muhammad Mudrik.
The second paragraph.
Yeah, but most people read.
Okay. But the most people aren't so badly injured, and we put patients like these through a longer process. In fact, if there has been a bad road accident, for example, they may just have to wait because all the doctors are busy with the high priority patients.
Yeah, so the second one, الناس اللي عندهم إصابة عادية they have to wait لأنه يتحمل and because most of the doctors are busy with the high priority patients. طبعا هذا النظام نظام قديم لا أعتقد أن الآن يتبعوا نفس النظام لأنه تطور العلوم وكثر الأطباء وكل واحد في مجاله في قسم خاص بالإسعاف الأولي في قسم خاص بالطوارئ وفي قسم خاص بكل قسم منفصل لوحده. Okay, thanks. Next one, Yusuf, can you read some of this part? Okay, maybe he's writing something. Let me. Okay,
Yeah, he said
no problem.
that he can.
Muhammad Ashraf, yes. Thanks, Yusuf. No problem.
Which part, teacher?
Here. So what happens?
So what happened? The receptionists register the personal details of the slow track patients. From the patients, go and wait to see the reception nurse, who quickly examines each patient and gives them a priority. Red for bad injuries and also for young children and old people, and blue for people with less serious injuries. She adds her notes to the registration form and sends it through to the team of doctors. Patients then usually have to wait again before their turn comes to see a doctor.
Yeah.
The doctors call patients into the examination room and examine them carefully. The doctor may give all the treatment that is necessary, but they may send a patient for treatment by another unit, the X-ray unit for a broken bone, for example.
Yes, thank you. هنا تبدأ الشيء المهم يبدأ هنا. أيضا بعدين receptionist registers personal details of slow track patients. يعني عندنا نوعين من الأمراض. نوع يسموه fast track، ونوع يسموهم slow track. مسار سريع ومسار بطيء. مسار سريع للناس اللي إصابتهم خطيرة، مسار بطيء للناس اللي إصابتهم أخف. So here تسجلهم وتكتب جميع التفاصيل، والأهم من ذلك the nurse writes red، تعمل علامة حمراء لكبار السن والناس اللي عندهم إصابة خطيرة، وتعمل علامة زرقاء لإصابتهم أقل، وبعدين تكتب ملاحظاتها وينتظر waits. After that the doctor calls into the examination room غرفة الفحص and makes check-up. أحيانا يحتاج الدكتور إنه فحص أو أشعة أو شيء يحوله على القسم المختص. The doctor may give all treatment that is necessary, but sometimes if they have a broken leg or hand, they send them to X-ray unit وحدة الأشعة. طبعا إذا أتى في الاختبار أشياء مثل هاي ترتيب منطقي يكون إن شاء الله تكون سهل عليكم، إنه تبدأ أول حاجة تستقبله، تسجل الحالات، ينتظر، يروح على الطبيب يفحصه، إذا احتاج أي وحدة أخرى أشعة أو فحص أو شيء آخر. هذا كان أهم ما في هذا الدرس، ما في أي شيء آخر. Time is up now. يتبقى معنا درس أو درسين إن شاء الله نمر عليهم على السريع في الدرس القادم، ونشوفكم إن شاء الله يوم الاثنين إن شاء الله. I will see you on Monday in the exam. أكرر، أنا حكيت مع زملائكم اللي جاوا متأخرين، أنتم يعني لما تذاكروا أو تدرسوا يكون لكم تدرس بجد يعني، وهذا العام مثل ما حكينا يكون اختبار وزاري. اللجنة راح تكون ممكن ما يكون في المدرسة، حتى الاختبار راح يجمعوا جميع الطلاب المسجلين في المدارس اليمنية، ولجنة الوزارة تحدد في أي مكان أو في أي مركز داخل اسطنبول يكون الاختبار. فالرقابة راح تكون مختلفة غير الأونلاين غير، فتكونوا جاهزين إن شاء الله لهذه الأشياء. Okay guys, thank you very much. Have a nice weekend and see you on Monday. If you have any question or something, you can contact me at any time via WhatsApp or you can call me. You have any questions now?
Thank you, teacher.